her little funky face that she does. Okay, let's get this set up right. Where's the camera at? There we go. Perfect.
Perfect.
Up.
There's
Guess what?
Big Bear's on.
Big Bear's live.
Big Bear's live.
Big Bear's live. Solar panel.
Solar panel. Let's take it. No, I don't. Somebody said hi. Who said hi?
I'm saying Highlands. What's up? Look at her face. Her face is like that.
I'm driving.
Look at that.
And that is how Big Bear Homestead died.
And that is why they're no longer here.
Hello, everybody. We're still on the road. On the road.
Okay, it says there's 5 people in here. 6 people. Announce yourselves.
There we go.
Mama T, commuting home from work.
Lonely Prepper.
What up? J&C's Oregon Homestead. Breakaway Homesteader? Who is that?
It's some short dude.
Some short dude.
Some goober who was our Uber last year.
Our goober Uber.
That's the name there.
Oh.
Congratulations, you are now the goober Uber. No, he's an Uber goober.
He's an Uber goober. Patrick, please realize we say that all in love. Please.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Carol, show him
So make your announcement.
of who you are.
No.
Oh,
you.
no. What announcement?
About what you got in your hand.
Oh, Uber Rambo.
Uber goober Rambo.
I'm not announcing that.
That's a mouthful.
Why?
Because I don't think a lot of people knew that.
You said it on a live stream. You said it on a live stream.
I don't know if anybody remembers me getting all
Everybody remembers.
emotional.
Everybody remembers.
But Jason was asking me about if I had my Leatherman, and I was saying that I couldn't find it because I thought it might have fallen out of my purse into my car. And he asked me if I had it after the accident, and I remember having it after the accident, but I didn't remember what I did with it after that. Fast forward to today, I was...
How long has it been missing?
A couple months. Uh-oh, I have bad news. Woman I have bought a load of sheep from was putting them in lamb for April lambs. She told me what? They are already bred, so due early March.
Oh.
Oh, that's gonna be hard.
Yeah, she's not going to be able to come now.
Yeah, that sucks.
We'll come to you. No.
No. I mean, I wish we could come to her.
Look, you're tiny like a leprechaun, so do you got a pot of gold or something?
I know, right?
Nah, she got a sign to say.
So anyway, it's been missing for 2 months, and if you guys don't know the story behind this, this was the very first gift that Jason gave me when we were dating. For my birthday, he bought me a Leatherman because we were doing a lot of camping, hanging out. It was back before we were really like dating. We were kind of more like just really good friends. I don't know if I can come because I can't leave Asher lambing on his own, you know. So, we brought... So Jason bought this for me. It's been what, almost 15 years. Bought it for me. It was the very first gift he got me. And at the time, it was not something that I was like, oh, how sweet, you got me a Leatherman. I was like, it's a Leatherman. It was cool. But
Really, you shouldn't have.
But it was like, you know, I still wasn't in the mindset of that being like a way of life. We were having a lot of fun camping, but I wasn't looking at that gift as an investment of our future together is what I think it was. 15 years. So anyway, I went to go reach for it a while back and I didn't have it, and I kind of panicked because it wasn't where I normally put it. Then I remember that my purse has kind of been flopped around on the ground in my floorboard of my car, and so I thought, well, maybe it fell there, but I still couldn't find it anywhere. Well, today we're on the road going to Virginia, and I brought my bag out, pretty much out of that bag, because I usually use that bag when we're traveling.
Yarn is yarn.
And no, yarn is not yarn. Anyway, I have all of my yarn in there, and so I grabbed it to bring it with us so that I could travel and crochet while I'm traveling. And I went to look for my scissors, and I remembered that I had taken the scissors out because the girls put another pair of scissors in with all of my soap packaging stuff. So I was like, well, I don't need 2 pairs of scissors. So I was like, crap, I don't have any way to cut the yarn when I'm done crocheting a pattern. That was almost bad. Y'all almost got to see us in an accident. All because a driver decided, not this guy, he was trying to do that.
Yes,
Okay.
I saw it. I saw everything.
Yeah. So the trucker decided he wanted to open up his cab door,
I see everything.
and he's right on the, he's not even on the shoulder. He
We
barely
would have
on the
gotten a
shoulder.
wreck if it wasn't for my ninja
Yes.
cat-like reflexes.
He just went potty in the toilet. Anyway, so we just.
Are y'all on the way to the HOA? Affirmative.
So anyway, all that to say, I found it. It was in my bag. I went to go cut yarn, and
Yarn is
just
yarn.
out of habit, I went to look in. There's a little pocket in the side of this bag, and when I opened up the pocket, I was like, "Oh!"
She was crying.
Eureka!
And Jason was like, "What? What? What?" And I'm like, "He's like, are you gonna tell me, or am I gonna have to beat it out of you?" And
Oh,
I was
I
like,
said, am I gonna have to guess?
"Yeah, I'm gonna have to guess." And I was like, "Look what I found!" And then I was like crying. So I know it seems really. I was crying like a little baby. I found that yeah. And there's nothing special to it. It's just a multi-tool. But it's usually with me everywhere I go. The only reason it wasn't was because I was using it when we were at the conference, the last conference. I was using it to cut yarn, and I left it in that. Bag when we were coming back, and I forgot to put it back in my purse. So
We are officially in Virginia.
we're deep in Virginia. We're like almost 200 miles into Virginia. We're on 81. Yeah, 193. Yeah, we're on the 193 mile marker. So anybody that's traveling, we're still 12 hours away or more. Woo! Hi, Broussard. Yeah, Breakaway's leaving in the morning.
Good for breakaway.
That's because he didn't have off today.
Don't forget my cooler.
Where are you gonna put it? We gotta
In the
know where to
back?
Put it.
Yeah.
Not his cooler.
His cooler.
He didn't have a cooler.
Yes, he did.
What?
He brought us a cooler full of stuff that was
Oh.
spoiled, and that's what we forgot.
Oh. Were we supposed to trade out coolers?
Nope. He ain't say nothing about it. So we can put some of the stuff, loose stuff, in the cooler.
This is true.
He better have cleaned it too. You better have cleaned it. You bringing me back no raunchy, stinky cooler. Better clean it. Amy's here.
If you don't bring us
Hi,
back our cooler,
Amy.
don't bring us back our cooler, we're gonna have to kidnap your Chihuahua.
Good luck with that.
His Chihuahua likes me.
So, knee deep at mile marker 195 on 81.
Yes.
We want to know, is there anybody close to us, because we're starting to have thoughts about dinner
Food.
and thought
Food
maybe
thoughts. Oh, crap.
maybe we could meet up with somebody if you were close and have a little grindage, little chow.
Wait, what? Grubbage. He meant to say grubbage.
No, I didn't. That was
Not grindage.
that was from Paulie Shore. Munching on
Grindage?
some grindage. Yeah. From Meet the Parents or Middle America or whatever that one movie
I
was.
don't even know.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know. I try to forget
I
that
think
Polly
Dad is
Shore.
smoking a little bit of the burning bush.
We are going to enjoy HOA vicariously through you. So that means I really do have to do a lot of vlogging, huh, y'all?
you.
Jason told me, he said, Robin, your friends are counting on you. Right? That's what you told me. Your friends
Yep.
are counting on you. You have to make sure that you film.
And I have to
Hey Robin, Jason, I'm just popping in to say hi. I haven't been around much.
Who is
How
it?
are you? Gothic Sugar.
What's up, Gothic? What's up, Gothic Sugar?
I'm crocheting some more. Nice t-shirt.
Mm-hmm. Thought you like that. Mm-hmm. Sporting it for my. Mm-hmm. Gonna wear my friend's t-shirt. Mm-hmm. Gonna show the world about Montana life.
This is what Jane always.
Yeah. It's like we going to Montana or something. Mm-hmm. All day. No straight.
Well, here's the thing. It's
Here-
8 hours
here-
with
here
no
is
stop.
the thing. Here is the thing. What is the thing?
It's 8 hours with no stops.
Where are you?
So, of course-
Virginia.
So of course we had to stop. We didn't have breakfast before we left, so we had to have breakfast and
No
fill up the gas
breakfast.
tank.
Fill it up. Mm-hmm.
And we stopped a little while later because Carol and I needed to go to the restroom and we needed to pick up. I forgot to. Well, not forgot to. I no longer. When you become a mother of two women or two girls that are turning into young ladies that have the same size shoe and sock as you, you don't end up with your own socks ever.
Mm-hmm. Never.
So I no longer have any socks apparently. So I ended up having to had to grab a couple pairs of socks because I'm wearing boots. So
Boots.
I did that. And really, that's the only. I know he's making jokes. There's 3 women in the car, so you had to stop like 50 times. That's not really true. No, we've only stopped.
2 times.
That's homeschool math back there, baby. Whoop,
3
whoop.
times.
Well, we stopped once for you because you had to go to the rest area. That was your stop. And then 2 other stops. That's it. Besides getting gas. The gas was one function. The other 2 were potty breaks. That's it. So I'm just saying.
Get wrecked.
Carol,
Yes, sir.
stay in your lane, bro.
Oh.
So, is there anybody close to us that's ready to munch on some grindage? His wife is like every 15 minutes. 15 minutes, gotta go potty. Don't go next to friends.
That's funny.
There used to, when we lived in Augusta, there was a Chinese place that Robin always wanted to order from. She had to order there from, we had to have that food at least once a month. And so she'd call in the order and they would say, okay, we'll be ready 15 minutes. Don't forget we next to Fred.
We next to Fred's, and they had caller ID. They knew who was calling. But they always, it was like part of their little thing. It was, we next to Fred's. We next to Fred's. And then Fred shut down, and they shut down not too long after that.
Yeah.
Wow, those mountains are pretty cool.
Yeah. God made it. God knew what he's doing, didn't he?
They look like, anyway.
So, that's where that joke come from. So, have you ever just been in the car driving and been in it for so long that everything is funny? I mean, everything is funny.
Everything is funny. Like what?
Like this truck. It looks like a cow. And I got udders.
With udders. I see it. It does look like it. No, and I drove 18-wheelers for a living once. Wow.
Yep, but you didn't have two teenage girls in the truck with you, did you? With you, did you?
Which you did you?
With you, did you?
Which you did you?
There was a lot of 18-wheelers on the road today.
Every day.
No, this is abnormal. It's almost like maximum overdrive come to life.
Y'all staying in the same place?
No.
I wish.
No, we made the mistake.
No, not we. Robin.
I'm sorry. I made the mistake of bragging about the place that we stayed at.
I think the alderman's got it.
And I'm not sure who's staying there, but I would be willing to bet it's some for the conference. Because not long after, I mean, it's been booked for almost the year. If you buy it, it's on a truck. If you use it, it's on a truck. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. Sitting in Wendy's with this playing on 2 phones. Yep, bystanders, we're weird.
Hello, everybody in Wendy's. Hello, Wendy's.
Hello!
Didn't they say they were in the parking lot?
I said they were sitting in Wendy's.
Oh, in Wendy's.
In
Yes.
Wendy's.
Hello, Wendy's.
Better put some mustard on those French fries. Mm-hmm.
Do you know how much of a weirdo, like, the 70s called and they want their pervert back? Like, seriously, like, that's what you sound like. Like, you need a trench coat.
I do need a trench coat.
In a bowl cut.
Awkward. Sounds like you might be close to. No, we're past Roanoke. We're actually, it looks like Virginia Tech signs. Some kind of signs. What did that say?
Duck.
Duck. Petro. That says Petro. There's a lot of mountains around us. That's all I can tell you. Lots and lots and lots of mountains. I'm sorry, y'all. I've been looking down. I've been crocheting my fingers off.
Well, I was just being rude. How rude.
I know what it is. See, the problem is,
But the problem is that you've been rude.
I know that
You're not keeping your love on.
is coming and she's bringing her children, and I'm gonna have to. I'm out of soap sacks.
You're not keeping. See, you done made us lose one
I'm sorry.
for being rude.
No, I'm rude. So,
But a needle and thread.
for all of you that are not going to be at the HOA, what are things that you want to be able to see? Now, keep in mind, we're not going to be allowed to film like actual
Speakers.
because they're not. They do that as part of their membership. You can get like the full, all of the speakers with the membership later down the road. They film it all and put it onto like a DVD or something like that.
And if you're going to do the membership, please hold off until we get our affiliate link. So then that way we get a little street cred for it, please.
Street cred. Yeah.
Street cred.
So, yeah. So I'm just curious because Jason's going to be working the booth a lot and having me out there. And he said live stream the entire time. We can't. Like,
You're not allowed.
they, like, even Daryl and Sherry will not be.
Nobody will be allowed to live
Won't be
stream.
allowed to live stream. That's one thing about this conference is they're very particular about the content that you're allowed.
Well, they just don't let you live stream
Right.
because they don't want anybody live streaming the speakers. And look, this is legit. This is an honest to goodness reason
Yeah.
because they have a membership
Right.
and it's well worth
Yes.
the price of the membership. So that way, if you can't go or make the conference, you can see they'll have a basically it's almost like a documentary of the conference.
I want to see plenty of sexy legs wearing kilts.
I forgot my kilt. Oh,
My God.
crap.
You
What's
seriously
today,
forgot your
Thursday?
kilt?
Yeah.
Yay!
I wonder if we could have Blaze put it, if we could get it here in 2
Blaze
days.
will mess it up.
I bet he could.
We could do it. Come on, message Blaze.
Carol,
He's
Blaze
at
is at
work right
work. He
now.
wouldn't even. Look, he wouldn't even get it to the post office or anywhere till tomorrow afternoon, if he would even get it done, because he's got to go get feed, and we'll just have it for the shindig. It was more of a shindig thing anyway.
Yeah, because that's when we're doing
the calendar.
The calendar, yeah.
So.
What calendar?
Dang, and it was out too to be able to do it.
Yep. So are the socks.
Dang.
Right there on the dresser.
I asked Mom.
Not on your packing list. Too bad.
What's a packing list?
You didn't have it on your list to pack.
I didn't even make a
Have it
list.
on your Excel sheet.
Somebody's going to get disciplined on a live stream. It's coming. Y'all about
How
to
does
see.
wait, we're gonna take a play out of Chris's book. Single dad homesteading right here. This is Big Bear homesteading.
Ice cream.
Whole family here. Girls say hi. That's Heirloom permaculture. Your buddies in there.
Tail!
Oh, look at you.
Look at the big brain on the daddy.
Look at the big brain on Brad. Dee said, love you, Carol. Oh, I'm sorry. See, this is where punctuation is very important. Whole family here, period. Girls say hi. So that means his girls say hi to y'all. But you said hi back, so yeah, we're all good. Wormtail. So anyway, I didn't see any what people want to see. I know.
Right now, because I'm away from.
Yeah, have Blaze overnight it to you. Do you know how expensive that would be? The live stream from our event, free, no membership needed. It's just different. People do different stuff. They're a full-on organization.
Yeah, I mean, you got people like Justin Rhodes.
Yeah.
Are going to be there.
Yeah.
Doug and Stacy, Joel Salatin.
Yeah.
And a couple of like Stacy Lynn Harris was there last year.
Yeah.
Eustace Conway was there last year.
Yeah.
And when you have some of those people like Eustace Conway, they come with stipulations.
Right.
Like they can't be with, because they're with them being celebrities. I don't want to call it copyright, but there's something that goes along with them, like with Eustace, that the Mountain Man show has basic. I don't want to call it rights, but
yeah, probably.
But it's anytime that
yeah, money, kind of.
Yeah. And so when he comes, because like for example, I'm gonna speak of what I know about the Tuskegee Airmen. Okay, anytime the Tuskegee Airmen, the ones that are still alive,
Are there any still alive?
I think there's like 2 now.
Okay.
When they would go to speak, if they would get paid, they had to give a large portion of that to a organization that basically set up all these things for them to go and speak at. And so people like Eustace Conway and stuff, they come with a list of rules.
Things they can and can't do.
They can and can't do.
Right, if they're under contract or anything.
And so that's why they have this no live stream rule, because they don't, the HOA doesn't want to get their speakers in any type of trouble.
Well, and it
with
just
their
makes
contracts.
it easy, right? It just makes it easier across the board.
Yeah.
Then that way, it never even becomes an issue.
Yeah.
Basically, is what it is. So, and then like they do, like everybody has like their little time where they'll take pictures and sign books and things like that. So, so we are 12 miles from Stanton, so we're not too far from where.
And look, the membership is not, you don't only get just the access to the videos and stuff that they make, but there is a private group on Facebook where things get posted, different like recipes, question and answers, where people like myself, other people that are there that do demos and speak and stuff like that, they come in and they answer your questions and stuff like that.
Oh, gas money. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Heirloom Permaculture. That's who that was, right?
Yep.
That was where.
Hey, April. Gothic Sugar says it's because they could sell the info using their name and earn from it outside of the conference. Also, the info may be proprietary.
Proprietary, that's the word I was looking for.
Right.
Okay.
Carol, I'm playing
Yes.
with you.
So
Crossing some lines.
that's the thing. So just makes it easier.
Is that 55? No, it's a Studebaker.
Just Jason, can you keep your eye on the road instead of on the card that's right next door? Please. Mountain Life said, oh God, what am I doing? Get paid to talk just seems wrong to me. That's why I turned down a certain perm something in Missoula, Montana that makes rocket mass heaters. He wanted $3,000 come talk for 30 minutes at our expo here. I guess, okay, so here's the difference. I agree and disagree.
I disagree. I don't even agree in a little bit.
I understand the idea of not wanting to pay somebody just to come talk. But the problem is, and I only say this from the perspective of us having been asked to go places to speak, none of them are in our backyard at all. None of them. I mean, think about Arkansas. Arkansas was a 2-day drive for us. We were very fortunate that we had somebody's place that we could stop over and stay.
Well, like, I'll give you a prime example. For us to come speak, if you have vendor booths there, we don't pay for our vendor booth, and we have a place to stay. You provide the place to stay for us, and you don't pay us on top of that. We're not large enough yet to say, hey, you need to pay us X amount, because information and knowledge and experience is worth something. That's how all of the people like Salatin and them. That's the reason why they get paid to come speak, is because they're knowledgeable.
Right. And I guess it just kind of depends on if you're at a free event. Obviously, it doesn't make sense to pay somebody to come talk because you're not generating any income to be able to pay that person anyway. But the thing is that when you're having to travel to be able to do the show, it's an expense. I mean, our place where we're staying is going to cost us about $600 to stay for 4 nights. Renting a vehicle, more than likely we're not going to recoup that cost. So to have a stipend to be able to afford to get there, I guess the statement just to talk, because that's what it says, get paid to talk, just seems wrong. And it's really not about just to talk. It's getting them there, and you really, like Jason said, you can put a dollar amount on somebody's experience and information. So that's the thing. So he says, I'm basically doing the same thing in Montana. We formed MLM into an LLC. We want to get people educated about permaculture. Why I'm paying for the entire event. It's not sponsored. Okay. Oh, everything's spicy. We were going to send you a pepper, but it never happened. Huh. Our peppers were doing okay. And then we had no water. We had no rain. And we're still learning on these beds, and we weren't giving them, or I'll take responsibility for that. I wasn't giving them as much water as they needed. and so a lot of our peppers just kind of withered. We had some cayennes that did great. We had Tabascos that did great. The tricky one was we put cayennes in the same bed as some sweet bell peppers, and the sweet bell peppers turned into sweet cayenne peppers. Sweet cayenne bell peppers. So I would have loved to send you one. We just never, they all got to be about like this big, and then they'd wither away. So hopefully we'll be able to do that next year. How does that happen? Well, we have bees on the property, and the bees go into the one flower of the cayenne, and then they fly next door to the bell pepper flower, and they put that pollen in that. And now we didn't have any cayennes that went, well, we weren't brave enough to check. I wasn't about to bite into a cayenne to see if it was sweet. It just wasn't happening. Because almost every one of them cayennes was like fire engine red. Like I was impressed. They turned out okay. But it's very interesting to see. Okay, so Gothic Sugar says, I think paying travel at least would be good and giving a table. Expertise to charge for it unless it's a non-profit, then do donations. Yeah, so and I think that's what originally, like, you know, when you have an event happen and you have sponsors, then you're able to generate a little bit of money to where you can, you know, you can pay people if you need to pay people to come from out of your area. Sometimes you can just resource from within, you know, an hour or so.
Well, look, putting on these conferences costs a lot of money.
Yeah, it can cost
you know,
a lot.
even for somebody like HOA who has a lot of sponsors.
All right.
That I'm willing to bet their sponsors probably does not cover their entire cost.
No.
And that's not, I mean, I don't know. They probably don't pay a lot of the speakers, but they probably do cover some folks' travel and
right.
Lodging, you know. But like our fairgrounds, I looked into it for the Georgia Trappers Association to have their conference up in Elberton. Our fairgrounds for the GTA which is a non-profit organization.
Right.
It still was going to cost them $1,200 a day.
Yep, $1,200.
That's just for the grounds.
Yep.
That did not include the power or the restrooms, which were on site. If you added the restrooms, it added like $200 a day. Plus, you were responsible to
have a cop.
We had to have a paramedic and a police officer on site. Those two paid. If you haven't been to the HOA, trust me, I see at least 2 police officers on site every time, and I think that's because of the number of people that are going to be there.
Yeah.
And at least 1 full ambulance. Not just the paramedic, but the entire bus. That's the ambulance with the paramedic and EMT on site. You know, so that costs money.
Yeah.
Plus you got what's it called? Fire marshals, or
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of stuff, and then insurance, because you're going to have so many people on site and everything, and those things start to add up. I know the Georgia Trappers Association, our insurance for an event was like $5,000 or $6,000.
So Montana Live says, we do not charge for a booth for YouTube creators, veterans, nonprofits, Forest Service, and first responders. I know the cost. I paid about $5,000, and I still need another $5,000. The cost is real. Yeah, insurance is $2 million.
Yeah.
Yep, you have to have a $2 million policy.
And so, you know, that's where all those things come from. And so to be able to pull big sponsors to be able to help offset those costs, you got to get pretty big name speakers in there.
Yep.
And the only way to get big name speakers is to pay for them.
Yep.
You know? Joe Salatin is probably as large, if not larger, than, say, like a Tom Hanks.
There. Let's reconnect.
Oh, it's reconnected now?
Yes.
Come on, big boy.
Baby.
Come on, big boy, because you was coming anyway. Don't act like you was just being a good driver and like looking in your mirror. You didn't see me until I flashed my light. Yeah, you better give me the full ways. Tell you what. Mm-hmm. All right.
All right.
Let everybody know we'll be back.
Hey, put your little thingy back again because it's blocking. There's no way. Yeah, there we go. Good.
We good?
Yeah.
Let me try to sit up here. Let me take the fancy seat and raise it up. That way I can do a little. Got a little going on in the. All right, back in business.
Yep.
So, is there anybody near us? Anyone near us?
You're kind of back. Yeah.
I mean, kind of back.
I don't know. There we go. Kind of back. Anyway. So yeah, we're in and out of the mountains, so the signal will be like up here and then down and then up here and down.
And then over here and over here.
We've got about a little over an hour. Excuse me, y'all. Before we get there.
Take it back now, y'all. 2 yawns this time.
Anyway.
Now turn it up.
Oh, some of these trucks get so close. So
Like it's
close.
little Debbie's.
Buffering big time here. Hope you all are well.
Little Debbie.
Hey, it's the little Debbie truck, y'all. Look. Oh, look. Look at that. Up, 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 up. There's that heifer. There she goes. Bye, heifer.
Hey, little Debbie. How you doing?
Stop it. We don't like little Debbie. Flag her down. We don't eat little Debbies.
No,
We seriously don't.
never have.
Like, I'll tell you what. I'll take, but I know what you will, over a little Debbie.
What, a little Robin?
Oh, really?
What? Oh, yeah. I'll eat some tasty cakes now.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will.
I will beat somebody down
For some tasty cakes.
for that
Yep.
peanut butter chocolate one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, candy cakes is what they're called. Yeah, candy cakes. They're good. Jess said they're in Tennessee.
Tennessee. We are at exit 240,
Bridgewater.
Bridgewater in Virginia, if anybody wants to meet up for some GrowVeg. Anyone? Anyone?
I don't think anybody's going to meet us for some GrowVeg.
I know, nobody wants to eat with us.
I know. Well, it's because you're rude when you eat.
I'm rude when I eat.
Not really.
People would probably want to eat with us.
How far out are you from HOA? About an hour. Because we're staying in Front Royal, which is where the conference is. So we're not going to be far from. Last year we stayed in Strasbourg, and that was about 15 minutes away.
15 minutes.
15 minutes. Knows two friends. So yeah.
So, anyone?
Anyone?
Somebody please come eat with us.
Bueller. Bueller.
is this?
What is what?
What is that? It looks like a shipping container getting pulled by a dually.
Is it really?
Yep.
Looks like 2 of them actually. Too small.
Looks like it's trying to do a Huey. From a Huey.
What the crap is that?
It's 2 of them. Hey, bruh.
From
follow
Tennessee.
me to my house.
Property of the U.S. Air Force.
Yeah, aim high, shoot low.
Uh-oh. And then some boats. 2 boats. Sea rays.
Aim high, shoot low.
You're so bad.
Air Force.
So bad.
Stay on target. So what do you want to talk about now?
Let's talk about how we're getting into an area that looks like it was half agriculture, half being invaded by homes. Look at that. That whole hill looks like it was probably
You know when
once...
you say that, they can't see
No,
it.
I'm talking to you. It
Why
was
are you talking
probably
Are you
once
talking to me?
cornfields, and now it's like there's houses
You gotta be
growing
talking
up out
to
of
me.
the ground.
I'm the only one here.
That's pretty sad. That looks like, because look at the hill next to it. It's all pasture. And then that one is nothing but
Nothing but.
houses growing up out of
Okay,
it.
so what are you looking forward to with HOA?
Me?
No.
One.
My other wife sitting next to you on the other side of the tree.
One thing I'm really looking forward to is being able to see all of my buds. All of my peeps.
Like?
VW Family's going to be there.
Yep.
Breakaway Homesteader
No.
and his
they're not
wife
gonna
are
be
going to be there. Josh and his family are going to be there. Jess and Maya are going to be there. Meg and Ben will be there. Lacey and Mike will be there. Doug and Stacy will be there. Tommy and Patty will be there, even though we just saw them. Sherry and Daryl will be there. Brenda and her husband will be there. Like, we got lots of peeps that are going to be there. So I'm pretty, and I'm sure I'm missing half of them. There's a lot of other people that are going to be there that we're going to have a chance to catch up with, and I'm pretty excited about that. There are a lot of people that made it to the Kentucky thing that we weren't able to make it to, and I think some of them are actually going to be at this one.
Stivers.
The Stivers, that's right. The Stivers are going to be there. We haven't seen them since the HOA. So there's a lot of people.
Since the shindig.
I mean, a shindig. Just kidding. I'm thinking HOA right now. Since the shindig. And so I think there's a lot of people that we're going to get a chance. What are the children? What the children want from HOA?
What do the children want to get from HOA? Well, Ladessa?
What are you excited about for HOA? Huh?
No, we don't know.
Tell everybody.
I am going to a class.
You're going to a class. Whose class? Miss Alderman.
Can't hear you.
Miss Alderman,
What's her class going to be about?
about sourdough.
About sourdough. So you're excited to learn more about sourdough?
I want to know why all these girls and why Ladessa has fallen into one with Miss Patty, that they just want to get together and hurt Doe's feelings until she becomes sour.
Really?
Why would you want to do that?
Really? You're so cheesy, Daddy. You're so cheesy, Daddy. Yeah, so Ladessa's excited about that. Carol, what are you excited about?
Sleep.
Carol's asleep.
Carol's
asleep.
Carol is so excited she passed out.
Yep. The
Well, Carol's
excitement was too
volunteering
much.
again this year. I think she's working in the apparel booth
Yes, on Saturday, I
on
think.
Saturday.
On their really busy day.
Yeah,
First thing in the morning.
in the morning time.
Yeah. She's excited about that. And then she's probably just going to be hanging out. You know, they're having a bunch of the children's events. So she'll probably be hanging out around there a lot too. So, kind of help keep an eye on people.
Let's see. That must be Virginia Tech right there in their stadium.
Is it?
All I see is purple, and I assume so.
Virginia Tech's not purple. They're burgundy.
Oh, then
You drive us to Louisiana when I wasn't paying attention.
Yep, I hooked a left in Albuquerque.
Albuquerque is James Madison University. James Madison University is where we just passed.
American National University.
American National University. So there's a couple of universities around.
How much
here.
longer before you get there? I am asking the same question.
About 6:46 is our arrival time, and it's 5:44, so an hour and 2 minutes.
So ready to get out of this truck.
Yeah. Yeah, I need something to drink, but I think I'm gonna wait an hour because I really don't want to have to stop again before we're only
Well, we're
an
probably
hour
gonna have
away.
to stop again because.
Oh, we gotta get gas probably, right?
Yep, coming up on the old quarter of a tank mark.
You know, I'll tell you what, guys. This truck's done pretty well for us as far as gas goes.
It would have we would have made it there if it was all flat land on half a
with
tank
the
of
mountain-
gas.
Yeah, the mountains.
The mountains kicked it tiny.
Yeah, but other than that.
Kicked it right in the old gas tank.
Speaking of which,
What? So,
Nana is messaging me, wanting to know how goes it.
it goes. Tell her to get in a live stream. You want to
That's
know
what
how
I
it
said.
goes?
I said, we're live.
You want to know how it goes?
Get
in
your
my-
honey in my live stream.
Get
if
your
you wanna
honey
know.
in the live stream.
So I never really got any major answers about, are there things that you want me to film?
Yeah. What kind of things do you guys want us to make sure that we get on film for y'all to see?
This is where we were talking about, we can't film the speakers, but is there anything else besides speakers that you're interested in seeing? You want me to cover a lot of the booth stuff? Try to get some people to talk.
Animals. Everything.
Everything. Okay, animals. I don't know.
I don't know if there's going to be any animals.
I didn't see Kaylee's name even on. Hey.
Hey.
It's too friendly. So
What is
as I cannot be there, I would like to see what it's all about. It would be cool to do a little tour, see what the setup looks like. Okay, I can do that. I'll just walk around like the vendor booths and like where the tents are and all that stuff, so y'all can see all that.
Well, you sped up on purpose. Let's go, Mr. Minivan.
The men's gathering to talk about Jesus.
Who said that?
I would like to see what booths there are. Okay.
No, he wants us to film when we have our private church kind of thing. I guess I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. The filming of it,
Right.
private Jesus time, gonna happen.
Yeah, but you don't have Ethan to ring the bell.
We don't need Ethan to ring the bell. Why can you not film the presentation? That's just something that that's the rule.
No,
of
we
the
don't have a drone yet. I wish we did, or we just can't afford one right now. It's not even. Yes, we can't afford the one that we'd want. Obviously, we can't afford. But the bigger thing is being able to justify the expense right now.
Yeah.
We got a lot of plans for things. Now, I will tell you, if we had a drone, it would make the filming of our 2020 plans.
There's the helicopter that enforces the speed in Virginia.
I believe it.
That's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
That's why he's coming over the highway.
Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Helicopter. I'm only doing 68. That's exactly what that is. But I feel like we're in
That's
Goodfellas.
Crazy. I hope you ain't got nothing in the back of the car that we're carrying around I didn't know about.
Well, we are in Virginia, and they kind of frowned on what's in here.
Oh, yeah. Well, Anyway. Well, I know AJ Farms, they're going to have quail. So we'll be
Yes.
able to film that. I'm sure they won't have any problem with us filming over there. Remind Daryl to bring his next time. Okay.
Is what?
Drone.
Oh.
I know
Well,
that.
just get jealous.
I know that with our big plans for 2020, like we're gonna be filming for the year, and I would love for us to have a drone to be able to film the stuff that we're gonna be doing from that perspective. Would be really cool. But I just don't know that it's financially feasible right now. So
Have to get somebody with a drone to come down and film it.
Yeah, but the problem is that I would think, I mean, it would have to be filmed like once every couple. He has it with him. I was just told, nice, miracles happen, Robin. You know what, Art? You're right, they do. And who am I to tell God what I can and can't afford? So I should probably just shut my mouth. But
Yep. That would be a good idea.
yeah, I think I'll be quiet now.
Like that'll happen.
Ah, good jokes.
Good joke. What does that say? Cooters. Yep. Duke's has.
264 next to Luray. Wait, are we at Luray Caverns?
I guess so.
Huh.
It's funny how they have the Dukes of Hazzard Museum in Virginia.
But it was
But
supposed to be in Georgia.
It was supposed to be in Georgia.
That is
Down
pretty
around, what was it, Macon?
funny. I don't remember.
They were trying to say we're Hazzard County.
Hazard County, yeah.
So, but that's neither here nor there. Again, I will say, there is a plethora of 18-wheelers out today.
So Papa Daryl and Jason can play with the drone. Tim Beverly said, hi, Ladessa. Dessa said, hi, Mr. Tim. Tim, are you looking forward to seeing your buddy?
Yep.
Seeing Ladessa. That's his buddy.
Yep.
And I did call you ugly.
Didn't call you ugly.
Not out loud, is what she said.
Oh, she said yes, not out loud. God, she is your child.
Yep.
Sassy like you. Although with
Hey,
men-
Tim, where are you at? How close are you to,
I thought he was like an hour away, I think is what he said.
yeah, but he's probably going to was probably been there helping set up.
No, I don't know. Don't know.
See if he wanted to grab some chow,
Some grub.
some grindage. Tim, how close are you to the,
To Front Royal.
Front Royal, Fort Royal, Front Royal, Back Royal, whatever it's called? I mean, it is. Look, when we went to
This is the
Missouri,
beginning of the fourth quarter of all businesses. More product on the road to supply sales. How long will you be at HOA? Till Saturday. Sunday morning we'll leave. Fredericksburg, Virginia. I'll be there tomorrow morning. It's an hour and a half away. All the holiday backup supplies.
what holiday?
We've got everything's coming. They got to get everything in stock.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean it's middle of October almost. So this time next month you're ready for Black Friday.
that's true. Yeah.
You know, so they got to start. They can't just bring it
That's
all
true.
in 2 days before. They got to start making room for it now.
Well, how far out are y'all two family? Or are they already
They're
there?
already at their thing. Hungry, just saying.
Okay.
Well, where do you want to meet?
Where do you want
Just
to meet?
saying.
Just saying.
Just saying. Were y'all cooking there, or what y'all doing? What's the deal?
What's
What's
the
the
deal?
dealio?
It's a dilly.
I was telling Jim we need to just go by the Walmarts and pick up a pizza and slap it in the
I
oven.
don't want no cardboard pizza.
They don't make the ones that are in the Walmart, like in their deli section.
Okay, look, I am not shopping at Walmart.
They are not. Whatever. You're not shopping
not.
at Walmart. Whatever. Whatever.
No
You can say
Walmart.
that. Whatever.
No.
You can be hard all
No
you
to the
want.
Walmart.
It ain't
No, no,
happening.
no. No
Not
to the
until
Walmart.
there's
No,
an-
no, no.
a
No, no, no,
feasible
no, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Don't stand at an RV park. Yep. We're here doing our live in 10 minutes for skillet.
What skillet?
They're giving away a skillet.
No. You can't go live in 10 minutes. I said so.
Yes, you can.
No.
Yes, you can, because we've
No.
been on for an hour.
No.
Jason, I'm going to stab you with this crochet hook.
I wish you would. Maybe you'd stop crocheting and start talking to people. Didn't hurt. Man of steel. Didn't hurt. You don't scare me. I ain't scared. I ain't scared. Either there's a whole lot of bugs or getting a little bit of precipitation.
Where are y'all now at now, Robin? We just went under an overpass that says Route 798. It looks like we're close to Luray Caverns. Endless Cavern. I really wish we had gotten here earlier. We could have done that this morning.
See, and that's another thing. I
That
want to
would've
go.
been
I
nice.
want to go see Jack and go tour his caves.
Yes.
That's on my bucket
in
list, too.
Kentucky. Yes. The caverns are pretty cool. Doing my live in 2 hours.
Who's doing it live in 2 hours?
Mountain Life, Montana.
Mountain Life. Oh, that's right. It's Wednesday.
Yep.
Him and then Mr. I can't talk to nobody since I got a girlfriend now.
Oh, that's right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Is he still doing that?
What, the girlfriend?
No.
What are you talking about?
My God.
That didn't. I didn't.
It's even funnier that you didn't mean it that way. Or did you? No, his live. That's what I was
I
asking
think so. I
about.
think he's still doing it.
Girlfriend. Really? Really, Jason? I always love coming to the mountains when there's clouds out because I love being able to see the clouds that are on, like the shadows of the clouds onto the mountains. Like, I
Yes,
think
we're
that's
on I-81.
Not so. You're almost there. Yep, we're on Interstate 81. Not so single dad homestead. LOL. Now I'm telling him Robin said that. Haha. I didn't say it. It was Jason. Jason said that. No, I don't know that he. I mean, are they official or is he just kind of? I don't know what the deal is. I don't know. Haven't met her yet, so I don't know.
Well, you're supposed to.
You know, we couldn't make it.
Blaze.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, y'all need to pray for my son.
Yeah. He's
Please.
being a major nincompoop.
He, I don't want to put all of his businesses out there, but he's in a life-changing predicament.
Yes, ma'am. I sure will.
What'd she say?
Text her.
Okay. So, could definitely use all the prayers he can. And then me and Mom could definitely use prayers so that way we make sure we don't overstep where we need to step and let everything unfold and not interfere and
Yeah, it's time to.
time to cinch up that safety net.
No, it's time to let his wings stretch out. That's all.
The U.S. mail.
Yep.
So on YouTube last night, it was late, and so I watched one of the late night show clips. It was with the fat British guy. What's his name?
James
Corden.
Corden.
And he has a couple of funny things. One is when he has like a big actor come on, they do tiny little skits to try to basically
Cover their entire
film career with them. That was funny.
Has he done one with Samuel L. Jackson?
Probably not.
Because that would be amazing.
And then he did this. His another routine person that's on there is that Jack Hanna, Jungle Jack Hanna.
No, Jack Hanna was on with Jimmy Fallon. Wasn't he?
No, Steve Irwin's kid
was on with Jimmy Fallon. That's right. Yeah.
And so
Which that was kind of
with
weird.
Kevin Hart. Yeah, how about that? He is
14 years old is what they said. They said he was 14. When you watch the video. I don't know how long ago that video was filmed.
Yeah.
But
he's a grown up now, I think.
No.
He's basically running that zoo.
yeah. Yes.
I mean, it wasn't that long ago, at least to me, doesn't seem it wasn't that long ago that Steve Irwin was holding him walking by a bunch of crocs.
Oh, and people losing
lost
their mind because he was holding that baby. 15. It looks like he's going to be 16 December 1st. So he's almost 16. Have to live and learn. Hello from South America.
Hello, South America.
Thank you, Mountain Life.
What do you say?
We'll be in their prayers.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Definitely. I mean, but then again, who can't use prayer? I mean, like, anybody can use prayer anytime. Strasburg's 32 miles. Nice. Getting close. 34 miles away, baby.
Whoop, whoop. So that was cool that we got to see their speed enforced helicopter.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Very cool.
So I made a post on Facebook today, and if you're my friend, you saw it. And my post basically said, "Dear America, I have arrived. Sincerely, 1984. Y'all, Walmart has facial recognition now.
And they were talking about it a couple months ago, so it was it's not a surprise in the fact that it's here because we've heard about it before but had never seen it. We just thought it was kind of speculation. Yeah, not so much.
I don't know how I feel about that. Because on one hand, facial recognition thing doesn't really bother me.
Well, because you're not doing anything wrong, right? Like, our thing that we try to teach the kids. If you're not doing anything wrong, you shouldn't worry about it anyway, right?
Right. And I feel that it is a good, valuable tool for law enforcement
Absolutely.
as long as it's not abused.
Well, I feel like it should have the same rules as if there's a warrant or something. You need to have a warrant to confiscate certain stuff. You know what I mean? Like, but then again, what is your right to privacy at that point? When you go out into public, are you expecting that your right to privacy is compromised?
I don't think it's a right to privacy thing with facial recognition that much. Because,
How is it not?
Well, because you're out in public. I mean...
Right, well, then whatever the term would be then. Because, you were reading an article to me a while back about how stores are using cameras inside mannequins, right, to register reactions.
Yeah, but they're also recording voice recognition, and that one I have a little bit of an issue with.
Right.
But the problem is as we get more technologically advanced, we push borders in what's ethical and what's not ethical.
Well, the road to hell is paved with good intention. You can create something to be used for good, but that same tool can be used for bad and it be devastating.
Yeah.
You could be using, because when you told me about that, I was like, that's genius. And you're like, what? Are you crazy? And I was like, no, if you think about it, it is loaded with the people that have been convicted of stealing from Walmart and people that have been trespassed from their stores, also missing persons. So there's the good side of it.
That's the good, yeah.
Right, so if they load pictures of people that are missing, fugitives, criminals, wanted lists, all that stuff, that's cool. Then they can use it to say, oh, look, there's a crazy, let's call the cops. We've got Osama bin Laden in our store, whatever. So I get that.
Osama bin Laden walks into a Walmart, we got a very serious problem.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's if you believe that was actually him that was dead. Anyway, so So, the thing is that if you're using it for good intentions, that's great. But where is the accountability of how that information is then used?
What happens to that information afterwards?
Right.
Just like I think the hey, get our savings card thing like at Ingles and
Kroger,
and stuff. I think that was cool and was a very good marketing thing to be able to get in. But then they abused it by keeping data of everything that you buy, and then started spamming you email wise and telemarket calling you about all these things. Now, if they wanted to use it,
well, I'll give you a good example. Sam's Club, they have a register of everything we buy using the card, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then, when I go onto the Sam's Club app, and it's linked to my account, it will send me a message saying, hey, you're probably about to run out of butter. Do you need more butter? Or, you bought a 20-pound bag of sugar. It's probably about time to buy more sugar, And so that's kind of, or when stuff goes on sale that I've bought previously, it'll send me a notification, hey, bacon just dropped $5 a pound, $5 a package or whatever. So it can be used for good, but at the same time, it can be, because a lot of those places, they'll sell their marketing lists to other private companies.
Yeah, and that's where I think it goes south.
Yeah.
And like Tim said, I caught it when I was going to look in the mirror. I'm assuming he's talking about the Walmart facial recognition. He says it's not linked to the police.
Right.
I don't buy that for a second. And the reason why I don't buy that is because if they're saying that they're using it to help locate missing people and missing children, it has to be located to the police department. It has to be located or connected to the police department and probably the emergency broadcast systems for Amber Alerts and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So that, now granted, look, that's
awesome.
That's a very great tool.
Right. Again, I go back to always the road to hell is paved with good intentions, because when you start getting humanity involved in it, there's always somebody out there that's going to exploit it for a different purpose.
And it boils down to this. Cameras are everywhere.
Yeah, definitely.
Cameras are everywhere.
Yes.
As soon as the internet went mainstream, where everybody had access to it, and phones started having cameras on them,
right?
And we started putting up traffic cameras and cameras at ATMs and this security camera, that security camera. It kicked the door open for 1984 to happen. You're always going to be being watched no matter where you go.
Right.
And that falls back to what you say all the time. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and you're not doing anything wrong, you don't have anything to worry about.
Right.
Because, plain fact of the matter is, even if they said, okay, Walmart can't do the facial recognition anymore, we're going to back off on traffic cams and stuff like that, they still got the big eyes in the sky.
Right.
There is on Google Maps, there is a picture where you can zoom in. You're looking at the old dairy of Blaze and Ladessa messing around on the four-wheeler.
Yep.
So.
Well, and then somebody just said Google and Facebook track you. That's absolutely correct. If you have your location turned on your phone, it will definitely do that. I was telling Jason, it's a good thing and a bad thing. Every once in a while, I go to search for one of my customers to be able to get directions or phone number or something, and it'll say, like, let's say I go to Joe Schmuckatelli's cabinet shop. It'll say you visited here last month, or you visited here 2 months ago. And that to me is kind of creepy, but because I'm using my GPS and I have my location on for my phone, Google, and I use Google Maps, Google registers you were here.
Big
You were
red
here
dot.
2 months ago. So, and I kind of, on the plus side of it, I kind of like it because it's cool for me to not, because my bosses don't, micromanage me. But to be able to pull up and go, look, see, I really was there 2 months ago. It's Google's even showing you. I've visited this place 4 times, because it'll tell you have visited this place 3 times in the last 6 months or whatever. It's very because we have GPS indicators now.
I guess the one that really bothers me that I'm not very comfortable with is how they listen and not even shy about it anymore. Like, at all. And I used to think that sometimes it was a coincidence or maybe somebody searched it before.
And it popped up.
But nobody in our house even really knew who that Roadrunner Freight
People, who
people
they
were. And the one that's Harbor Freight uses.
Right.
And so when we called Harbor Freight to try to figure out where in the world the greenhouse was, they said that the tracking number was not for FedEx, it was for this Roadrunner thing. And that's what we needed to go to their website to track. I literally typed in ROAD, and the very first suggestion was, in the drop down, was Roadrunner Freight Tracking.
Like, it wasn't just Roadrunner, it was Roadrunner Freight Tracking.
Yeah. So,
yeah, that was pretty creepy.
that was kind of...
Yeah.
And it's all AI. I mean, I don't think that the federal government has a couple of dudes just sitting in a dark room somewhere out there at Area 51 just listening to everything, but...
All right, bye.
I still
John,
think,
bye, Tim. Yeah.
And that also has its good and bad points too. But
Yeah.
it is what it is. It's the world we live in today.
Yep. All right, honey. Why don't you tell
Okay,
everybody goodbye?
Why?
Because it's been an hour and 20 minutes. It's time for us to get off.
Okay. I gotta pee anyway.
NSA has it all. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm sure. All right. Well, we love you guys, and hopefully we'll do some filming tomorrow. We'll come to y'all and let you know how everything's going.
Yep. We might do a jump on live stream and maybe have some guests with us tomorrow. Maybe.
Coming back live later tonight. Probably not.
Probably
Probably
not.
gonna be in the bed tonight.
To bed. When we get there, after we eat, I gotta settle down, do a little bit of schoolwork,
Yeah.
and then we're probably crashing because then we gotta head over there. I gotta do my class and set up the booth and all of that.
get
So
all
it's gonna
that
be
done.
kind of a
Crazy day tomorrow.
fast-paced day tomorrow.
Yeah. All right.
So thanks for hanging out with us on our trip, and we're probably going to be able to do the live stream on Saturday. I'm not promising. Just be on the lookout for it.
Yep.
And thanks for coming and hanging out with us. And Robin and I want to remind you to plant smiles
Grow giggles.
and harvest the love.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.